What is brimstone? In the lake of fire, we find it mentioned alongside the flames. Brimstone. The very word sounds terrifying. Isn't the lake of fire painful enough? Why would God add brimstone? Is it a cruel curse? Or could it be a marvelous blessing? The book of Revelation is written in symbols. What is written on paper has a spiritual meaning. We know there is literal fire and spiritual fire. So, is there also spiritual brimstone? Ask a friend why there's brimstone in the lake of fire, and they might say it's to make the fire hotter and more painful for sinners. But nothing could be further from the truth. Look up the word brimstone in any dictionary, and you will find it defined as sulfur. Brimstone is sulfur. So, what are the properties and uses of sulfur? The Encyclopedia Britannica notes that ignited sulfur, or brimstone, was used in ancient religious ceremonies for purifying buildings and bleaching cloth. I wonder if spiritual brimstone might be used by God to purify people and bleach their darkened hearts to a bright white. Could this have anything to do with the promise that every knee shall bend and every tongue shall confess? The encyclopedia also states that ancient producers described their method of obtaining sulfur from its ore as purification by fire. Purification by fire. That sounds very biblical. So, does God purify anything by fire? Yes. The book of Psalms, chapter 12 says, "The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times." As silver is tried in literal fire, so spiritually, God's words are tried in spiritual fire. What about us? 1 Corinthians chapter 3 tells us that every person's work will be revealed by fire. If a person's work is burned up, they will suffer loss, but they themselves will be saved, yet so as by fire. Saved, yet so as by fire. But surely, sulfur must cause torturing pain, right? The encyclopedia continues. Pure sulfur is tasteless and odorless. It has no action on the skin. So maybe it just intensifies the heat? Again, from the encyclopedia, sulfur is a poor conductor of both heat and electricity. Imagine that, a poor conductor of heat. Theoretically, enough brimstone in the lake of fire would act more like a protective suit than an accelerant. Brimstone is not a demon of hellfire. Sulfur has innumerable beneficial uses, not the least of which are purification and medicines meant for healing. Will there be spiritually sick people at the Great White Throne Judgment? Will there be people who need to be purified, fumigated, and bleached as white as snow? In His wisdom, God knew the symbol of brimstone would demonstrate a beneficial healing purpose. This is why the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 29 says, "For our God is a consuming fire. Every thought, word, and deed of man, our works, will come into the judgment of God's consuming fire. Both our valuable works, gold and silver, and our worthless ones, wood and stubble, are tried in that fire." As the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 9 says, "For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness." For a deeper dive, follow the link in the description below. Maranatha.